When Lagosians were compelled to use the Ojota bridge while crossing the road, the question of capacity vis-a-vis the volume of human traffic emerged. Series of photos inundated our app, some of which appeared on the news at 10. Well, we visited the area to have an idea of the situation of things right there at Ojota. We also paid a similar visit to Berger, another area where expansion activities are currently ongoing. Stay with us. The Ojota pedestrian bridge, always busy due to its location and the huge population of people in this area. Since it became mandatory for pedestrians to use this bridge instead of dashing across the road. The challenge of its capacity to accommodate the numbers of users has since become glaring, from the rush hour queues often noticed and the attendant complaints.
Over 1 hour. I see the way I'm sweating. Over 1 hour because I crossed from the other side this way. The queue here is even more than the other side.
I'm just coming from Oniko, Lagos Island, down to Maryland, Ojota here. I see queue from here to Ogudu to climb the bridge. It's not even to enter BRT again, just to climb bridges. They say we should not cross the road anymore. Fine is good, but we are under sun to queue. It will take you 30 minutes, if at all it's no more than.
The manual bridge is not able to help people with luggages. There are so many people that came in last night from across the state, and they were all hounded into Black Marias and taken away. They were oblivious of Lagos laws about using bridges. They don't know about it. Now, these bridges is not helping elderly people, people with cripples, and people, they're not friendly to handicapped people, people that have difficulty climbing bridges, or let's say it should be friendly. We should have maybe a better bridge constructed to cater for handicapped people.
With more posts hitting our eyewitness portal, we visited the area for updates.
It's a good development because the government is trying to save lives.
As a matter of fact, we don't use all this bridge before. Why must we be forced before we climb the bridge? If we have been using the bridge before, government will know that this one is not enough, they will create another one. But because we have not been using it, until when Nigerians are forced, we don't know how to do the right thing.
During one of our chats with the Commissioner for Works in the state, he said government has since taken note of the challenges in Ojota and was working on building another bridge there to take the pressure off the existing one.
You remember when we discouraged pedestrians from crossing the roads, we erected a barrier along our median. I mean, that encouraged people to use our pedestrian bridges. Especially the one at Ojota, I mean, the influx was so high, huge, and people would not wait too long for the queue. So the governor now directed that we should now erect another one. And that one, if you go there as I speak, the foundation is in progress. So since we are going to adopt steel, so once they are out of foundation, the rest is just coupling of the members. So we hope in another 3 months we should be able to deliver. Because the major relocation of services, we've done all that. So it's just coupling of the members that will be outstanding. So we hope that we should be able to deliver that in another couple of months.
Work is still ongoing, and hopefully when the bridge is completed, users would have an alternative to the existing structure. One more issue that has since caught the attention of Lagosians after a long anticipation is the Berger pedestrian bridge. The busy nature of these entry and exit points to and fro Lagos engendered the need for a bridge in order to save road users from the frequency of accidents. And to gauge the feelings of the users, we spoke with a few of them.
We really appreciated them because in the past years, we can see a lot of dimension of problems normally occur in this place, either accidents or horror, or a lot of things do happen on this very place. It becomes a notorious spot when you are entering Lagos. They say Berger is a delicate place, but I thank God that the present administration, knowing the fully problem of the people in our society, in Lagos, in this area in particular, that at least we will see that in this very area, the residents here, if you look at it, there are more than 2 to 3 million residing in this very place, and they are going to work crossing every day. By doing this dimension, I appreciate the government. They have done much, and I pray they should do more than that.
This is what we call developmental project, the real dividend of democracy. You observe that this place is almost a death trap. Day in, day out, you see trailers crushing people. You see the stress and the hardship pedestrians pass through, crossing the bridge, crossing to the other side. And this being the entry point to Lagos, it's a very strategic developmental physical project. And we really appreciate the government for doing that. I live around Magodo here, and this is normally my route almost all the time. And with this development, it makes it very easy, and pedestrians, they are now, getting to their different destinations without necessarily facing the dangers of crossing the express road. It's really good. I appreciate them very well.
No doubt, this is a welcome development. And while the users express gratitude, they are hopeful the entire construction going on, which should open up the area further, would be completed in a record time. In his reaction, the Commissioner for Works expressed delight at the turn-off event here.
Before we even introduced the bridge, that particular section of the road has been subjected to a perennial gridlock. Vehicles from interland, vehicles going to interland, dropping passengers. As a result, they reduce the carriageway of the road to just one lane. So what we've done is that apart from the human traffic that we've solved by putting a pedestrian bridge there, we are also solving the vehicular traffic by expanding that section of the road by providing laybys to accommodate vehicles we're talking about 200 meters of layby on either side. So by the time vehicles coming from interland and going to interland, so they will be encouraged to use the laybys. By doing that, it will free up the main carriageway, just like what we did at Oworonshoki. That's why today at Oworonshoki, even if you are going to Lagos, you don't experience that gridlock anymore, because the lay-by that we provided there has encouraged both passengers vehicles and commercial vehicles. We make them to use that place if you want to drop passengers off. And when you are coming from Lagos too, if you want to drop anybody off, we encourage you to use those labor. By the time you leave Lagos and you are going to your office, for example, at least you can conveniently say, it will take me 20 minutes, 25 minutes to get to your office. That's the whole idea. There is no magic about that.
As the project in Ojota, Berger, Owerri and other parts of Lagos continue, sustaining the project and seeing to their completion would go a long way in ridding Lagos roads of traffic congestion.